Hey yo, what is popping everybody? Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a while since we uploaded. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on. My life's been crazy right now. So pardon the fact that I haven't uploaded in a while. I don't even know when this will go up, to be honest. But I don't even think I've shown you guys. I have shown you Big Mac, have you? I don't even know. But I got Big Mac. He's a little pixie frog, which is gonna grow into a big pixie frog. And before he grows into a big pixie frog, I wanna get his adult enclosure done. So I'm transforming the 75, which used to be a grow-out monster tank, into a giant Pixie Frog Paludarium, and it's gonna look great, hopefully. I'm not gonna show you because I got a lot of frog stuff going on, lots of frogs. There's gonna be a lot of frogs in the future, but I got a lot of stuff going on. So today we're gonna film this video. What I'm doing right now is I gotta get everything set up for the 75. Let me show you guys. Pardon the bird. He's loud as hell and won't shut the hell up. I'm gonna get demonetized for that. I forgot about YouTube rules. Anyways, all this needs to go. Needs to be moved. Most of the stuff can be thrown out. Can't see what is in these tanks yet. I can't show you guys this. This is a future video. Big Mac's in there. I'll show you guys him in a little bit. I gotta clean all this area out. I don't have to move these. And I'm cutting this wood to plop it in there and create better supports for the shelving unit, because that 75-gallon tank that's sitting over there is going to go right there, and it's going to be pretty heavy because it's going to have about like 40 gallons of water. More like 20. It's going to have a good amount of water though, which is going to make a lot of weight, and this is an old shelf, and as you can see, it has tried coming down quite a few times, and we've had to improvise on the spot and add supports. This time, we're adding supports before the shelf comes down on its own. So, we're gonna do that. I got wood, got everything I'm gonna need. I just need to chop it in certain spots so I can put it in there. And this should come out looking great, in my opinion, hopefully. Most likely. We'll see. I'm gonna cut this wood. Alright, I cut it to measure. Now I'm going to take this mallet and bonk it into place to make sure that it is very tightly secured on there and that it's not going anywhere, because this is going to be one of the supporting braces on the back, since that piece of wood is way too old, and those screws that are holding it in the wall maybe can hold up these like tanks because they're like 10 gallons each, but we'll definitely not be able to hold up a 70 gallon. So I got to push that thing in, make sure that this is all supported. Then I got to do that 3 more times on this section, and 4 more times up here. Alright, let me get the bonking. Alright, boom, we have 2 supports in. As you guys can see, it's already raised because that side was actually dangling a little bit. It was hanging a little low. So putting that support in fixed it. And now it's even at the top. Oh, you guys can't see what's in there. Oh, I keep forgetting. But, alright, this side's done. Now I gotta do this side. So I gotta clear all this out, then get back to work. Alright, 3rd one is in. Now just the last one right back there. Just gotta chop it up. Alright guys, so I got those 2 in here. Now I gotta do that side, and we're done building supports, and then we can transport the tank, first we gotta clean up that side. We got a lot of stuff still to do. A lot of work. I'm gonna go back at it. Alright, so now as y'all can see, everything is supported. We're going to be able to clean this up here and put the tank up here without having to worry about everything coming down on top of these 2 tanks and all the other crap down there. So now all we need to do is clean up that, move that tank. Alright, now that the area is cleared out, I got to move that tank from there to here, which is going to be pretty challenging. Wish me luck. Alright, so I'd like to use this pan as our land area, or the land portion Paludarium. So I think I want to put it right there, which is like sort of central. I think that's a good spot to put it because it's got plenty of room around it, because there's going to be filtration on one side and it's going to be a waterfall on the other. So I think that's a good spot, but I want it a little bit higher because that's a little low. I want to have a little bit more water. So I think I'm going to prop it up with, I don't even know, maybe some wood. I don't know. I'm going to prop it up with something, see how it looks. Alright, so I'm going to use this roof shingle to add more depth to the water. So that I'm going to silicone that to this, because this will also hold it down. Not only it'll provide more swimming space, it'll add about that much water, but it'll also make sure that no matter what, that doesn't go anywhere. So I'm going to use this Gorilla Glue silicone. This should work just fine as long as I let it curate. Don't fill it with water straight away. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, so that is sitting in there where it's going to be. I just gotta adjust it a little bit. Shouldn't be too bad of a big deal or anything. I just gotta twist it. Also, what word just came out of my mouth? That filter is gonna be in here. That's gonna be the filtration, or not the filtration, that's just a pump. One of the pumps. I gotta put the filtration system in front of it. So that's just to circulate water. It's gonna catch dirt and a sponge where I can clean it out easily. So that's gonna hang over, and I'm gonna put a wooden log right there, and it's going to spew out of the log. It's going to be pretty cool. Let me go grab the log real quick. So that is a log. I have to chop it right around there to make sure that it all fits pretty well in there. So I'm going to do that really quick just to make sure that we can fit it in there actually. Alright, so as you guys can see now, the tube goes into the wood and comes out of right there. So now I just need to find a way to prop this piece of wood up so that it looks good and it is spewing. I'm gonna figure this one out. This is gonna take me a little while. Just give me a little bit, guys. I'll be right back. So I kind of got ahead of myself. I kept going. I got some rocks in there. I put the filters over there. Pipe is running under the land area. It's running under these rocks and it's coming through, coming out right there. So that's gonna create a little waterfall that's gonna spew water and keep this circulating. I might have to take out some of these rocks. I think it'll come out pretty good in the end. I'm gonna keep adding rocks and keep seeing how this looks. Alright guys, so I am done with the hardscape. Actually, well, not really. Okay, so as you guys can see, I made that whole area, this is all dirt, which will be plenty for him. It's got areas where he can sit on. This is gonna be the main pool area. He doesn't need that much because African pixie frogs don't actually swim a lot. They like to bathe in the water, but he's got this whole land area. This is where the filtration comes through. As you guys can see, I think it came out looking pretty good. I gotta put some lights on there too. Keep that in mind. And he's also not going in here for another like 6 to 7 months. So there's gonna be a long time for plants to grow in. But I think it looks pretty good so far. Now, I gotta put that white sand in there as a substrate. We'll see how that looks. So let me do that real quick. Alright, so the white sand is in. Really, it pulls it together. Now that everything is like sort of done, what I gotta do is I gotta fill in the background with the foam. And then I'm gonna go over it. I'm gonna let the foam sit. I'm gonna paint a layer of silicone glue over it. And then I'm gonna stick a bunch of dirt to the back to create this black backdrop where I can actually plant and put plants in. I feel like it would look pretty damn good. Alright, so I'm gonna start foaming. Alright, so as you guys can see, the background is now foamed. Now, I gotta give it a while to cure, because all that stuff's gonna have to dry before I can go in with a knife or something and, you know, make the shapes I want so that it's not just a bunch of blobs. Make something that looks a little nicer than, you know, what it is right now. But I think it's gonna look so good once it's done. I can't wait. By the way, here are all the plants that are going in that tank. The turtles are having fun with them in the meantime. I'm gonna need a few days before they can be planted. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start carving out this foam because it is dry. Oh, I take it back. Not dry. Okay, so I'm not gonna carve out this foam. So as you guys can see, I'm starting to super glue the moss to the background to give the 3D effect. I decided not to carve just because it sounded like a lot of work and I'm kind of lazy. So I just went in, grabbed some moss, which I actually found all of it, and just super glued it to the foam. And the super glue is perfectly fine as long as it has time to curate. It's not toxic to anything. It's actually even used in surgeries, so I had no worries about that. And yeah, I just went ahead and just super glued everywhere which had foam, laid the super glue on the foam, and then stuck the moss to it. Put some pressure, and that's all you really need to do. Then, as you guys will see in a second, I went ahead and did the whole background that way. I also put in 2 of my bromeliads because, I don't know, felt like it. And there, this is where I planted. I put in some bromeliads, some small flowering plants, ferns. There's 1 bird's nest fern and 2 palms, and also a lot of like pothos and little flowering plants. Alright guys, so as you can see, this thing is all planted up. I just need to put some water in here. It's just going to need a few inches of water down here at the bottom, and I can turn on that pump and actually see how hard that flow is. I might have to adjust that because that might be insane and splashing against the glass, which might not be good. But if anything, I'll just stick something in there and it'll slow it down. Otherwise, it's looking pretty good so far. It's looking amazing. I hope this fat frog's gonna enjoy it. I'll show you guys him in a little bit. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Guys, this tank is more perfect than I could have ever imagined. Look at that. That is such a beautiful tank. I love that waterfall. That came out amazing. Absolutely perfect, dude. That is great. This is just it's gonna take a few days to clear up for sure, because there's, you know, a bunch of wood, and it's gonna stay a little stained just because of the amount of wood in there. But holy cow, guys. I'd say for my first 3D background, I'll give myself some credit and say it's pretty dang good. Let's see how long it lasts. I did super glue every piece of moss and everything to the foam so that it's easy to remove if I ever need to. But guys, this looks fantastic. I'm really proud of myself for this one. Also, there's a frog there. Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to show you guys that one. Well, there's a frog there. I'll show you guys Big Mac. Tomorrow when there's, you know, I'll come back and do a full update on this tank, show you guys how it's doing after, you know, like 24 hours. But it is looking so dang good right now. Holy cow. Oh, they're calling. Oh, dude. I just caught that on video. Well, we definitely have a male and a female. Heck yeah. Dude, if I put them in there, they'd breed instantly. But that's for Big Mac reserved. They're getting the 55. I can't say too much. I'm sorry. Anyways. A beautiful paludarium. I love how this came out. What a beaut. So I've realized my bird won't shut up, first of all. Second of all, I've realized this video I haven't even shown you what is gonna eventually end up going into that big tank that we set up this entire video. This is Big Mac. Big Mac is my African Pixie frog. These guys get to 5 pounds as adults, and he is indeed a male, so he is going to get around that weight, 4 to 5 pounds. He is super adorable, first of all, and second of all, he is by far one of my favorite animals I have ever kept. And this is because he is better than quality TV. I mean, tell me you wouldn't watch that all day. Just give me a second. Just give it a second. Wait for that worm to start walking. There he goes. Now tell me you wouldn't watch that all day, because I know I would. I would 100% watch that all day. But yeah, this is Big Mac. Oh, you hungry, buddy? This is Big Mac, and he is what is eventually gonna go into that. Once it focuses, that. And I am in love with both that and that. And I can't wait to see them together. This tank is gonna get about 6 to 7 months. I'm gonna wait till he's about this big to put him in there. This is the shape of my hand. Just because right now I don't want him to getting stuck in between the rocks or anything, and you know, maybe drowning. You know, he's still too small. He's very tiny for this tank. But in about 6 months, this little guy will be in here. I cannot wait. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing us setting up this tank. It was super fun. I love scaping, and I love how this tank came out. It was my first time ever trying a 3D background, except for like bamboo and stuff. And it came out so good. It's a living background filled with moss and ferns, and ever since, some of the ferns weren't doing so well, but ever since I've stuck them there. Can you be quiet? I'm trying to film. Anyways, since I put the ferns in there, they have all sprouted and they're all doing so good. They have all greened up. Some of them were like browning and like dying, but they're all coming back, and everything looks so freaking good, guys. It's only been what, like 16 hours since I set it up. I'm in love. I'm in love with this Paludarium. The water's still got some time to go before it clears, but you know, it's got a lot of wood in there, so it's gonna stay stained quite a bit. It's gonna be black water. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned, because I'm gonna roll some clips of this tank right now as soon as I finish this outro, because that's, you know, I just like doing it that way. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.